All right, it's 4 o'clock, June 10th, and calling to order the Type B Economic Development Corp. and Parks Board meeting. Do we have any citizens
No, sir.
scheduled? No? Okay. We'll move on to the regular agenda. Item number 1, review and discuss questions related to the budget report for May 2025. Aaron, I guess you're the man.
Okay, I'll give you, yeah. Yes, so I'll just go ahead and give you the fund balance. It's $2,169,933 with 37 cents. That's our fund balance.
Did you take mine?
Can't seem to pull it up. Mouse. Says no internet connection.
What about item right above that? On staff?
Oh, so we, forgot the meeting minutes to approve the meeting minutes?
That's the next item.
That's the next item.
Oh,
Yeah. I can't click the budget report. It's like not coming up.
You have no internet.
Mine says no internet.
yeah.
That's yours.
Well, I guess
I've had mine occasionally drop out as well, but not today.
It's coming.
Ain't much there on that.
I don't see the 2 million.
Oh, yeah.
That's what our finance director, sends us each month.
Oh,
I'm not sure if y'all get that on your budget report.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both sections. Yeah,
Didn't look like it.
I don't see the 2 million either.
Yeah, you have,
Close
it doesn't,
it.
we got a different report.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't think it's on the sheets that are on here.
Oh,
on your
okay.
Budget report.
we've got 748,000.
Yeah.
We don't have 2 million.
Yeah, this came directly from Marcy, our finance director. That's what our fund balance is. And that's based off the balance sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would not be wrong here. Okay.
Would you go print that packet?
You won't.
real quick?
But they're all used. It's all good.
Dustin, his internet swapped out. Do you want?
Afternoon, young man.
You have it?
Here, I can just look here.
Yeah,
I can just look here. It's
Yeah.
it's fine.
What do you want?
He's okay with
I'm
this.
okay. I can just lean over. We can share. We're friends.
We're friends.
So good. We're tight like that.
Sharon's your like comrade?
Well, I gave them the fund
That way
balance
you-
All right,
for
thanks.
type A.
He's saying that's not what he's talking about.
Oh, type B?
We're in top 10. Yeah, there you go.
There's no see it.
Yeah, I know.
Did you give the wrong one?
I gave the wrong one.
He was.
Your
his
fund
was
balance
type
for, your fund balance for type B is 1.571 million.
Yeah, I gave you the wrong one. I gave it for type A.
We're still not there.
Mm-mm.
We don't show that on our budget here.
You won't see it on your budget
Yeah,
report there.
You should see 714 or something, right?
748.
748,
Yep.
and the fund balance is what?
1.571674.
What?
How come
Makes the
we don't
difference.
see that on this report?
Yeah.
that we're looking at?
Because it's not designed to be on this report. That's why it's always been given separately. Never been on
I
that.
don't, I'm looking at numbers. I'm
Seeing
trying
as how you've been on this board for about 15 years, I would think you would know that.
You're letting him off
It's
early.
mainly because this runs in arrearage typically. What you're seeing here, there's already been more spent, but this is from the period that ended last month. Some of that stuff is still coming in. So as of the day she ran this report, and provided it, that was the balance. And it could be a few dollars off depending on what's come in and what hasn't. But that was the balance at this particular time. It just, for some reason, it's never showed up on those. And when I've asked to put it there, I've been looked at like I was mental. And so she sends it usually a few days before the meeting so that we have a kind of an accurate count.
Okay. Any questions on the, budget report from last month?
They did change, the last one that we saw confused a lot of people. It was actually showing us numbers
The negative?
opposite. So the new software gives us the option of having it that way or the way that it was currently. Because it confused so many people, we decided to switch it back to the way it normally presented. The council liked that as well, and so you won't be seeing a bunch of positive numbers. You go back to seeing a report that you're more. It's still a little bit different because it's different software, but it's very close. It shows the revenues, the sales tax revenues, rental fees up front as revenue. It's got the investment information on there, the miscellaneous money that comes in. And then you see the expenditures and what you're going to start seeing. And once we get it all, well, probably in the next budget year, Parks and Rec is going to be broken out line by line, just like every other department is. Type A is going to be the same way. And so you'll actually get a monthly accounting. You'll be able to see how much was spent from each line item, give you a little more information than what you typically see. We haven't done the software we've used in the past haven't allowed us to do that, but Encode does. And so you'll see a more, especially those of you on the council, you'll be used to seeing the same department reports as you normally see. And the park board will have one line item by line. You'll see salaries, benefits, retirement, fuel. I mean, every little line item you'll see. But there's been no big hits for this go around that really jump out at that much. We're working on, well, you'll see the current budget stuff
Okay.
here shortly.
All right, any questions before we move on to the next line item?
I don't see any payments to debt service. It's the last line on the second page.
What was the question?
There are no payments to debt service this period.
The debt service stuff is normally done, most of it's done annually,
Okay.
so you won't see it out monthly. No, it doesn't show anything that was done this.
Right. Okay.
So, is this the more current or the $1 million balance? Which one's the more current? Is this the one after everything's already been,
This shows your budget for this year.
yeah,
This
okay,
is your fund balance that is separate from that.
okay.
Don't spend it all in the same place.
Okay, let's move along. Discuss, consider, and possible action on the May 12th, 2025 meeting minutes. Anybody have any questions on the meeting minutes from May 12th?
I make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Right. All in favor of approving the meeting minutes as written from May 12th, raise your hand. Unanimous, all in favor of approving the meeting minutes. All right, number 3, discuss, consider, and possible action on the approval of the Economic Development Type B 2025-2026 budget. Mr. Peacock.
So we are projecting that the EDC Type B budget will begin with a fund balance of $1,214,252. It's set to generate annual revenue of $754,000 is what is proposed. The expenditures total $851,968, which is revenue below expenditures of $112,000. Most of that is attributed to equipment purchases and requests that are currently plugged into the budget for approval. So you're getting this look at this. The council will see its first round of it in July, as there is no council meeting the month of June. So I think Stephen has got some things, he can go over the things that he's asked for in the budget and explain to you. And then we have, then there's a couple of other things that we're going to talk about as far as do we want to add these and use fund balance to cover some of this stuff, or is the direction to not approve some of these things? I just mainly want you to hear what the requests are, make sure you're comfortable with those, and then there could be some incidental changes as we continue to go forward and do the meetings and get some other things together. You want to go over the stuff that you've requested?
The big ticket item is gonna be the tool cat machine at $59,420. So that's a UTV and a skid steer combined into one machine. So it's a four-wheel drive UTV with a skid steer loader bucket, and we can put different attachments on it. So anything that can fit on a Bobcat skid steer, we can use with this machine. It also has the ability to crab walk, which has all-wheel steering. So you can drive sideways and you can fit in faces. A lot more with this machine than the tractor. It has a lot more lifting capacity and a lot more attaching options. It also has a dump bed on it and everything's hydraulic. It's a pretty neat machine. We're in need of some machine that can do a little bit more than what we have now. We have a mower attachment that would go on that. That would be a mower attachment we put on the front of that machine. We can raise and lower to clear tree lines and clear brush out. Cut trails if we ever get to that point. We have an auger for it and pallet forks for that machine. The rest of these, all say infield machine attachments. Those are all for our current infield machine. That's a broadcast spreader for putting out fertilizer, seed, herbicides, pre-emergence, things like that. An aerating system, so the ball fields need to be aerated 3 to 4 times a year. And currently we're having to rent a machine or go without. So that would be a big help and help us maintain those ball fields and keep them greener than they've ever been. A mini box blade that would actually work in tandem with a laser kit. So we can grade the infield every year so that we have proper drainage on the fields and we could have less downtime and playability done on this field. But all those attachments are for our current infield machine. With these two sets of requests, we'll be able to get a lot of things done that we haven't been able to do currently.
You mentioned the rentals, that you have to rent a machine. How much is that costing?
Those are, I don't have the numbers with me. I believe it was around 900. Be able to get all 3 fields done. And usually the rental machines are really small, so it takes quite some time to do the fields.
So this 112,000 is in addition to the 851,000 expected expenditures, right?
Yes. No, it's 112,000 over the revenue that you're projected to generate this year from sales tax. And I will tell you that number is already low. As far as what the 112,579, we're projecting based on where we are now that we would see 754,000 in sales tax. We're going to see a little more than that. And the reason is because Whataburger's going to open. And they outdo McDonald's, and McDonald's is killing it right now. I don't know how people eat that crap, but probably shouldn't say that, but McDonald's pays a lot in sales tax, and Whataburger typically, statistically, outsells them. So you're gonna see this a little more. So what happens with this 112,579? It would just come out of the fund balance. And so this number, we're projecting that balance will be in the 1.2s at the end of this fiscal year, so it would be less that. So if you approved everything that we just talked about and all the numbers come out right, the projections are right, if you approve this budget, you'll approve it with a fund balance of 1.116 million still remaining.
Okay, so that's what I was asking. That 851,698 then included that, but because we are expecting the revenue to actually be higher is why we think we're.
And I think you'll actually see this 112 number.
Yeah.
Less. I think you'll see it closer to probably around 80, 85. Depending on when they open, they're supposed to be open by September, I believe, was the last that I saw it. I don't really know. They seem to be the slowest contractors on the planet. Not much seems to be happening. I don't know if they're waiting on material. I don't know. We haven't really talked to them, or I have not. But we will have a full year of them. I'm pretty positive they'll be open by October 1, which is when all this would start. And there are no agreements. They have not asked for any 380s. There's no sales tax exemption. And everything that the TIF generates now, which has been going just into the TIF fund, we'll start to see in the general funds.
Remind me again what the 380 agreement is?
It's a reimbursement agreement that we use for developers or to attract business, where we can either rebate them sales tax or property tax, or just give them a reimbursement if they funded something specific. We could offer to pay for it, but they have asked for nothing. So we're not on. They didn't ask for it. We didn't offer it. They just built, and so. We've got some for some other places, but not there.
I got one other question. Sorry, I mean to capitalize all the questions here. But we show $7,000 for community events, and it's been 7,000 for, well, last year, I guess. The year before it was a little higher, a lot higher. Is that something we could consider raising to do more events?
You can.
Well, I just, we had talked about it on this last event that we had, and
Type B also participates in community events, and so that's part of why this is down. The intent with the soundstage obviously was to use it. Steve has got some ideas that he's been kicking around, things that he wants to do for street dance stuff, for 4th of July. We're
right.
Looks like probably not going to do anything this year. There's just nothing really budgeted for it. Now, if you or Type A or both decided they wanted to do something, we could get together. I don't know how cheesy it would be. We might
be a little late. Huh?
It's a little late to the game, and we've just decided we didn't get enough participation for any sponsorships, and we didn't want to carry the load alone with some of the cuts that we've made to stay within budget. But I think we're better off just foregoing this year. The laser thing last year was kind of a flop that didn't get set up the way we
I was looking
anticipated.
forward to that, Glenn, were you? Oh, yeah. I was gonna hold my breath the whole time it was on.
Well, I'll come to your house and wave a laser around. You'll get a better. It wasn't all that great.
It sure was.
Great. It wasn't nowhere.
It was worth nearly what we spent on it.
All right.
So, but there is one other thing too. There's been a lot of talk about pickleball. And so I believe the best place to put this is down next to the park and ride, if we decide to build one. We get requests, people ask about it. There's been some emails sent in about it. It's gotten wildly popular, and why in the world, I do not know, but it has. And I've put some numbers together for 2 pickleball courts. for the concrete, strapping the netting and a fence around it. I did not include lights, because there's actually some really good solar options out there now that might, benefit us to use. But for 2 courts, we're looking at just under $50,000, $49,900. And that's a 4-inch concrete court that's overlaid and strapped by the same people that did the basketball court. We can use the parking from the park and ride, so we don't have parking to worry about. It's an open area, it's flat, it won't need much prep work. We'll need to move a few sprinkler heads. But if we decided to put power out there, it's there already because of the park and ride, so it would be easy to do. Solar just makes a lot less mess. And they've got, like I say, some pretty decent options now that might be worthwhile taking a look at.
So I don't know enough about pickleball. I'm
Nor
a
do I.
little proud about that. But if pickleball goes the way of the fidget spinner and nobody cares about it in 5 years, would we be able to easily repurpose that to something?
Down to a tennis court or a
Yeah.
basketball court.
Yeah. Okay.
I can tell you my kids go and play pickleball 2 or 3 times a week.
Mine
They go
do
to
too.
Warren Park or they go to Southern Oaks. And, oh, it's a thing.
I was in Wimberley 2 weeks ago. I'll never do that again, but they've just built new pickleball courts, and that's where I actually saw the solar lights. But they have 6 of them, and they built it beside the little community center there. So they kind of shared that parking. They put up the solar lights, really nice. All 6 of them were. We went by there 2 or 3 times, and every time we went by there, they were all full. And Wimberley's got 2,500 people. So, I mean, and Burleson's are full a lot. People are starting to put these things indoor. I don't know what the big draw is, but people seem to love it,
It's a fad.
I guess. But it's been going, it was kind
But
of like disc golf, you know, it's still, it's not as dominating as it initially was, but people still do it. They still play tournaments and it's still popular, so.
And it's a pretty low impact exercise, so everybody's
That's
Get
what I'm
it.
talking about.
My son-in-law and my middle grandson, they love it. They go and play all the time. And I just, to me, it's like golf. I can't imagine the fun and play. I don't understand the draw to golf, but
Out past the pool.
I lived through it with
You're
my
living for
dad
that
and
one
oldest
shot.
brother. And, but pickleball would be we don't have enough room in the park here to put it out there. Park and ride is a great option. It's far less expensive than developing a new park for sure. And people have been screaming for it for a while. So I think if you were going to do anything to add some new option this year,
definitely.
we're going to chase a grant for the Cooper Valley Park or for the Joshua Meadows Park, one of the two, maybe Joshua Meadows because it's going to be bigger. We're going to look at pulling a grant for those things, but this is a pretty inexpensive project that we could contract in-house, wouldn't have to go through a huge, beat down to get it done. And it'd be something that the people are asking for.
I'm all
So
for it.
you can add that to this, but it would come from your fund balance. Now, I will tell you about some of this equipment. Most of this equipment that he wants, if you would rather not lay out cash for that, this is stuff that has, a value enough that it can be financed and carried over a few years to spread that payment out. It'll depreciate. So, I mean, it's possible to, if you don't want to take that big lump, but I think you're safe doing it. I think the numbers, Marcy's numbers, and we still don't have official numbers from, the CAD yet on evaluations. We'll get those next month. But there's not as much protest this year so far as there was last year because it didn't change. They kept for 3 years, they've agreed to keep the number the same as what it was a year before.
So are you saying we'd have enough to do the equipment and the pickleball?
And you'd still have over $1 million in the
It'll
fund.
be over $1 million on our balance.
You'll be at a booth.
pickleball court was to be approved, what's the length of time it would take to get it put in?
I think from the biggest thing obviously is gonna be is getting the concrete poured. And I think you may be talking about a couple of weeks of prep and pouring. Then coming in and finishing and putting up the stuff. I mean, it shouldn't take too long at all. We're only talking about a couple of contractors to deal with, maybe a third one for the lights. But the lights could be something that PW could help us with. They put some up before, so we could probably do that in-house. You're really only talking about a couple of contractors. We're not having it engineered. It's 4 inches of flat work, basically. We don't need a heavy foundation.
And have to be sighted in.
Yeah, so we're not gonna have a huge, it's not gonna be that big a deal. We had some good concrete bids from concrete that we're just now fixing to pour on the building for, the stage, that Stephen and Aaron are working on right now. And so we used those numbers to get the square foot price. We wanted to push to build 4 courts initially, but the number got, it's basically double where we are, $100,000. And with 2 other parks coming online, I wasn't sure y'all wanted to go that much. If you do, fine, we will. If you don't,
Is the possible placement of these 2 courts, would it allow 2 more in the future?
yes, I think we could get 6 on there fairly easy.
Okay.
If we chose to go that, but yeah, we would set it up so it could be
Expanded.
expanded. Yeah.
I like the idea of limping in to see how popular it's gonna be.
Yeah.
See how long the fad lasts.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, it's easy to come back and add them. I mean,
And if it comes basketball courts in 10 years, basketball's not going away.
Maybe.
where they played last night, it might.
We asked the agenda question.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we still under the budget or are we on the pickleball court item? or-
I think we jumped. Well, I think we combined them a little bit, but we still need to, approve the budget, right?
So I can just make a note, we combine it. So,
Yeah, I think Mike got excited about the pickleball courts.
Right.
Well, I didn't want you voting on the budget until you heard about it.
Yep, makes sense. Okay, so we need a motion to approve, the 25-26 budget, as presented with the understanding that, that we will probably be discussing and possibly approving pickleball courts, next month or something, Mike? That sound right? Or right now? Okay, so.
So all
I
we
think
need
we have to
you-
approve the pickleball court first.
what you can do is you can approve the budget as submitted with the addition of pickleball courts, state the amount.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so we need a motion to approve the 25-26 budget with the understanding that there is, what was it, 49,000 and some.
49,900.
Yep, $49,900 for pickleball courts to be added to the budget.
I'll make a motion to approve the budget with the approval of the pickleball courts for $49,900.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor of approving the budget as
Can I ask
mentioned?
one question, Dustin?
Yes, sir.
What's the 112,579? Where does that come into play?
I was gonna say, what about the equipment?
So
That's already in there.
yeah.
Oh, it's already in there, okay.
In the,
It's already in the budget.
okay.
After the 112 was to be spent, we would still be like at 1.1 million on our budget.
Okay. 1.2.
Yeah, 1.12 or something, yeah. Okay, all in favor of approving the budget as mentioned?
Hang on, is it in the equipment line then?
Well, it's itemized on page 10. So now, once it's approved, then it'll be put into that line.
Okay. Okay.
It shows, did you pull it up?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Okay, one more time, all in favor to approve? Unanimous. All right, where are we at? We already did pickleball courts. Okay, staff report, monthly parks department staff report.
Okay, we got some, this the fun stuff. So we got our first 60-day report back from our NES playground. So it tells us how many visitors we've had, how long they stayed there, and then also have them pull separate ones for the May 24th grand opening event. So since March, so from March 25th to May 25th, we've had 17,200 people in the park.
Wow.
So that's not including the ball fields, that is just within the walking trail and the playground area.
Wow.
So that is a lot of visitors. Currently, we lead the nation in the most visitors in the shortest amount of times since the playgrounds were open.
Awesome.
Look at us.
Pat on the back for all of that.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Unique visitors, so first time visitors, that was 9,300. And the average length of stay at the park was 57 minutes. So we're now leading the nation, not only in the most visitors in the shortest amount of time, we're also leading the nation in the average length of stay.
And that's gonna be cell phone tracking, so that's just tracking the adults, not even like, so if two adults show up with
These
9
numbers
kids.
don't like the kids that don't have cell phones or people that have their GPS off.
Right.
So those numbers are, it'd be safe to say those numbers are probably higher.
Yeah, my 1 and 2 year old are not gonna have phones, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's, think about every one adult has 1 to 2 or 3 kids with them.
Yeah.
And
We need to bump those numbers up, that's rookie numbers,
right.
right? Yeah.
So out of the 17,000 guests we've had in March to May, 35% of those were from other towns. So Cleburne, Godley, people that came all the way up from Glen Rose at the park. So these are coming from more than 35 miles away. 14% came from Burleson, so we're taking their city residents in our park. 49% is from Joshua residents, and 2% are from out of state.
Huh.
They have quite a few out of state guests that are coming to town to visit family.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be. So this actually gives us some economic data as well, what people are doing before and after. Was this shared? Did we share this with?
I don't think they have it, no. They may.
We don't.
Okay, I'll make sure y'all get a copy.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's a
It
good.
is a big deal.
This is huge, especially with economic data. So 39% of people visiting the park before they come to the park come from home, 47 go straight home after. 19% come from leisure and then go to dining, 15% go out to eat after they get done with the park. 12% eat before they get to the park. 12% goes to leisure after the park. And then another 30% before and after go do other things. They're shopping, they're going in town to see the sights or do whatever. Kind of gives us an idea that people go to the park with food, or they go get food after the park, or they go shopping, or come from wherever. And it shows all that data. For the May 24th event, we had 753 visitors in the park, just for that event. Currently, we've been averaging around 300 people a day at the park. And now the summer state, we're pushing 400 people a day at the park. Yep, so that is our trending numbers right now.
Stuff. Coming soon, they're gonna go from the park to the pickleball courts.
How far people are coming from when they go to the park. I'll make sure everybody gets a copy of this. And then it also shows our projected health saving costs for our citizens. So average of $161,429 is saved in health care costs in our community. So that's kids not having to go see mental health providers or physical health professionals. So gives us all that data, so our citizens are benefiting from going to the park and participating in the activities we provide at the park. Then I'll make sure it's a copy of that. Copy of the monthly one that I've been putting out, is that on there?
Sent you an email. No, you were out of town, remember? You forgot to put the items in
Okay.
because you called me.
So
So I sent you an email just now to remind you to
the
send
big
it.
thing is we had our grand opening. That was a huge success. D-bats put on a home run derby. Somebody provided, I think it's about $1,500 worth of prizes for the kids that participate in the home run derby. The school choir, Haley Flowers, did the national anthem. She did a phenomenal job. Could have been better. They also did the honor guard from the school. We had band come out and play. Bounce houses were donated from a local company. We had animal control came out, they adopted, I believe they said 6 animals while they were out there. So most of the animals they brought were adopted out. They also did quite a few microchips from people bringing drone pets and getting a chip. So it was a big win for them. It was a good day overall. We had 32 vendors and all of them did quite well. Tons of activities. It was a really good day. And then as far as projects go, the biggest thing was the irrigation system has been replaced. So we have a new submersible pump with a pressure tank. So now we have pressurized lines in the park. So we don't have to wait 20 minutes for everything to fill the water before it starts spraying the grass. New controller that we can operate and program from our phones or computer, which is a big help for us when we're doing maintenance on the system. All the controllers at the valves have been replaced. Everything out there except the valves themselves have been replaced. Which those we can.
That's the 58 valves, right? Is that what it is?
Right, so there's 58 valves, and we can replace those absolutely with that. We'll be able to manage that in-house too, so save some money on that. Everything's working and it's a good system.
What about the pump in the pond?
That was replaced with the submersible pump, so we should not have the same overheating issues or the failing issues.
Have you moved it back out to the middle of the pond?
The fountain.
Now,
Now, we are coming up with a game plan to get it out there, because right now we have no way to get in the pond. So.
a little deep, isn't it?
We may use some of our,
The fire department's got,
they have a little boat.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll get over there and borrow that.
There used to be one. Did you get yours back?
Yeah, I
You
got
said
that,
one,
but
too.
you can come and borrow mine. It's sitting there.
Okay. Might just get that.
But I don't
We're talking about getting his son in a life jacket and throwing him out there. Yeah. Making him switch it out to the middle.
That's what they put it in with, my little 10-foot John boat.
Take Merle,
I don't
just
know what's
take Merle
anchoring.
with you and put him out there. He'll sink at the bottom.
I don't remember what's anchoring that thing, but,
Is this connected anymore?
oh, that could be a problem.
What, the
Yeah.
cable broke on it?
Yeah, the rope that's holding it to the, whatever it was anchored to, must have broke. That's why it's all the way to the side now.
Yeah,
Really?
I figured it's what it was.
So we'll have to get.
We don't have a diver at the
It's just
fire.
the power cable that's holding it up now, or keeping it in place. Okay.
That's when they touch the ground. Pump hangs down below that float. So it's keeping
We don't have a diver at the fire department that can go down there and reattach it.
We do. We have some, I don't think you need it, but I think you
We can get out
just
there.
turn it off, pull it up, clean
We
it
can
up,
get a
and
little-
reattach it.
Yeah, we just pull it out, put a rope on it with an anchor.
Well,
And replace it.
I don't know about y'all's, but mine came with a steel cable.
Yeah, it's got a
Maybe I
steel
bought
cable.
that cable. I
It's got a
don't-
steel cable, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Anchor.
sure what they put it in with. It's moving over time, it could.
Kristen will know, he's the one that put it in. If he remembers, they helped us do it.
They could cinder block over time with everything.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that big, but I've noticed it's not spraying quite as open as it should be. It might be a good time to just disconnect it, clean it up.
Well, they say, excuse me, you have to clean that
the bottom of that pump every once in a while, there's an instruction manual on there, how to take that pump apart. It's not very hard.
I've worked on them before, they're not very complicated, you know, jets, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I noticed when it moved over the side, you built up a lot of algae before this last rain, and all that disappeared with the water coming in.
Yeah,
When it-
we have stuff to treat it, we're
Yeah.
kind of waiting for the rain to get done. 'Cause
You good luck.
we treat it,
Hmm.
and the rain will push everything that we put in the water, we'll push it right down the side of the road, down our ditch. So
Yeah, Bobby sprayed that last year or 2 years ago before we put the fountain in.
Right.
Parks and Wildlife gave us some stuff to use. Bobby sprayed it, and it chewed it up and got rid of it.
Same
quick.
thing that I use that DIY or DYI or something like
I don't
that.
know what it is, but it did the
It'll
job.
get it. It's not cheap, but it'll get it.
some stuff.
And it doesn't hurt the fish. That was a big
Yeah.
thing. It doesn't hurt
It's
the fish.
filament algae, so copper sulfate, you just have to go light on it because it pulls oxygen out of the water, but with pond, it's not as big of an issue. I've used it before on.
This stuff doesn't hurt anything. You just walk around the bank and squirt it. It looks like white milk.
Man, I mean,
But-
it was gone in
Yeah,
just a
it
matter of
won't
days.
take long.
It's quick.
But a gallon's like almost 500, you know, with taxes. Now, well, you don't pay taxes, about 400.
So the thing to add on to what he had said about some of the stats he got when we were going over these in office, I pulled up Zac Tax, and although it really only covered a month of it, because Zac Tax runs 60 days back. But you could start to see in the restaurant, especially the fast food restaurants, you could see that number starting to tick up, kind of supporting what they're saying the increases were. So that's the fun thing about Zac Tax. It's really easy to go and take a look at the screenshot, the sales tax you're seeing, where the lows are, helps you identify things that are slowing down and put trends in. And summertime, it always tends to increase a little bit, and we'll start seeing that. So I really think we'll collect more than what we projected this year. It won't be much more, but it'll be a little bit. And
I was gonna ask about that. When we had Worth Steel come up here, you had mentioned that they pay like 20,000 a month in taxes. How much are we getting in like McDonald's or one of these fast food places?
well, I'd have to look for them specifically to find out, but they're in the $2,000 or $3,000 a month range.
Have you had any complaints about the sign in front of the plaque on the entrance coming in there to where the rock with the plaque on top of it?
The main entrance.
Yeah, the main entrance, yeah. I had 2 people call and tell them about that.
We're gonna turn that rock around or something. Talking about the one that's mounted on that
Right,
big rock.
one mounted
Yeah,
on
the
the big
sign
rock.
used to be behind it, now it's in front of it.
Yeah,
Thought we were gonna spin that around at some point.
You turn that around.
Oh, okay.
As you're on the trail, you can look down.
okay.
Yeah, it's.
They said
We turned it
when
around and placed it. So
This
it's not
is-
facing the parking lot, but it's facing.
they were still coming in from the parking lot side, so that's what it is.
Yeah, if you come in from the parking lot side, you'll see the park rules. But
Right,
as you walk around the trail, you'll be able to read the plaque.
good, thank you.
We did that, we installed the sign, had everything placed.
Okay. Thank you. Future agenda items? Burl, I know you got something.
Anything on Cooper Valley, on the Cooper Park?
Starting process of getting a plan together with a playground company, designing out some kind of walking trail, gazebo, playground. So putting that together, working on that.
Shade, for the love of God, put shade in, please.
So for the future agenda, you want Cooper Valley proposed park?
Please. Jay said still is offering to put in a water fountain for both humans and animals.
Over at that part.
Yeah,
We'll get some drawn up and have numbers shortly.
All right, then. If there's no other future agenda items, it is 4:45, meeting adjourned.
Same here.
You wasn't fast as you thought you were.